Hey, what is going on, all my broskies? How are you guys doing today? My name is the Bro Man, and today I'm bringing you guys another FaceCam commentary because you guys said I should do it again, so this is me once again. But today, the gameplay you're watching in the background is by I Am Wheelie, or I Am Wheelie. I don't know how he says it exactly, but it's this double nuclear, so that's pretty cool if you ask me. So there's the gameplay for you guys. But today I want to tell you guys a story, and the story is going to be my first time ever making out with a girl. And I don't know if any of you guys have ever done it before, so some of you guys could relate and say maybe you were sort of feeling the same way I did. But if you haven't done it yet, then just sort of expect this to happen, I guess. So anyway, so me and this girl were dating, and this was 2 years ago now. So yeah, 2 years ago I was dating this one girl, and I was just like, taking her to a movie theater, just a normal date, and we hadn't really done much up to that point. She wasn't really one of those girls who's really affectionate and likes to make out all the time and stuff like that. So she's also really awkward. I was her first ever boyfriend, so she didn't really know how to act, and it made it really hard for me to be even slightly affectionate because she'd make it really awkward. So here we are in the movie theater, and we're sitting down. I put my arm around her. I'm just like, ugh. That move. I love having the face cam. Let me do crazy stuff you guys would never be able to see if I didn't have a face cam. So yeah, I do one of those nifty moves. No, I didn't actually do that. I just put my arm around her. So I do that, and she starts calling me and stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I think maybe she's comfortable enough now, because at this point it was like 3 months into the relationship. It was crazy. So we're 3 months in, and she's cuddling me. I got my arm around her, watching some kind of chick flick. I don't even remember what it was. It was I don't even remember who was in the movie. I can't even. Anyways, so yeah, there we are. There's like an old couple behind us. Everyone in the theater is like an old couple, so it was obviously not the kind of movie that kids our age would be watching. So yeah, I'm gonna repeat myself for like the 50th time. Got my arm around her, and then I start like playing with her hair and stuff like that. She starts snuggling a little closer. I'm like, oh, maybe, maybe she's liking this. And not maybe she's liking this. I knew she was, because she started snuggling closer. So there I am, just like, yep, I'm just gonna keep doing this. And then at one point I just start like slowly turning my head just to see her reaction. I start like getting my head close to hers, like if this is her head right here. I was like, but not with that face. But yeah, I'm moving in, and she turns and looks at me, and I'm like, all right, she wants the L, and L being lips. So I'm just like, okay, here we go. So I turn and like try to kiss her, and I end up like missing her mouth or something. It was really bad. I think I like got her nose mostly, and it was just screwed up. So I'm like, oh, well, that was a little bad. Maybe we could try that again. And she's like, oh yeah, go, let's do it again. So she just like turns face to me fully, so it's a lot easier. I don't have to like reach my head and my neck around like, come on. It wasn't any of that. So I just do it, and we just start going at it in the theater while the movie's playing. Well, there's like an old couple watching us from behind. Old guy behind us was probably just like, oh, something like that. But yeah, we were doing that, and it was pretty awesome. For my first time ever doing that. Obviously, I had the biggest hard on. Like I was completely just like, I was like a rock, solid stone down there, and it got so hard. This is really weird. I'm sorry, but yeah, it was when it hurts because it gets too much. Yeah, it was one of those ones. And then I didn't even realize I had to go to the bathroom. It's not like I pissed myself. Don't worry. But by the time the movie ended, I was like, holy crap, I must have had to piss for so long, but I couldn't tell because I had my boner hurting like crazy. So, I go to the bathroom, and it hurts so bad, like, to pee, it just hurt. But that's the commentary, guys. Sorry, got a little awkward and TMI at the end there, but that's it. So you guys can take that and move on with your life. So see you guys later.